Mahalo, friends, and good evening. Justin here with a review of the Netflix original, Finding Ohana. So, I just wrapped this movie a couple of minutes ago. I had set a reminder and it popped up today that Finding Ohana was ready. I'm not Hawaiian, I'm not from Hawaii, but I had a really good friend who passed away a couple of years ago, and she had a music production company called Ohana Productions. And, she would always talk about Hawaii and getting back there someday. So I always have a sweet spot or a soft spot for Hawaii as home. So um, I wanted to see this. I love movies like Smoke Signals about, Native Americans. Um, I just watched for the first time Strictly Native a couple of months ago and really, really enjoyed that. And it was really interesting to me, and I hope it's not disrespectful, to see to draw the parallels between Native cultures in the United States, how physically similar they look, and some of the same tradition, with the interweaving of English and culture and tradition. So I thought that was really interesting from an outside perspective looking in to see how similar um, those traditional cultures are. And you know um, really just how united all peoples of color are across a vast spectrum. But anyway, so when it first opened, I thought I may struggle with the film. It seemed like it was trying to speak to a 2021 audience, and it was. It kind of trying to bridge the gap between, cultures. It's interesting to me that the other parallel for me between Finding Ohana and Smoke Signals was a coming back to the culture, having left, with Smoke Signals, having quote unquote left the reservation, and in this instance, heading to Brooklyn, having left Oahu, um, and having to reconnect, and find the value in being who you are. It was really interesting what one of the characters, the older girl, says that she was concerned about New York changing her to the point where she couldn't appreciate anymore who she was. And that really struck me. That's what life does to you. Once you leave your quote unquote reservation, um, you're never the same. And this movie struggles with, is that a cop out? Is that fear? Or is that, a preservation of culture? And I really love, and I don't, I use that word carefully. I love that this movie kind of, walked that fine line and didn't try to define it for you. What success in your life was, what originality was. Um, and I love that it ended in an ambiguous way to where you didn't know where the family was going to go, because their Ohana, they had already found their Ohana. It didn't matter where they were. The point, or the allegory of the story was, they had already found it. And that's what Papa was trying to teach, the main character, is that, the treasure is in the hunt. The treasure is in your Ohana. So um when it opened, I thought, it's going to be another kind of bland kids 2021 movie. And really quickly you realize that it's really a grand adventure. It's an adventure in self-discovery, and really a beautiful adventure, across Hawaii, um, and a reconnection of spirit. And I love that every character, has a journey. Have you guys watched Finding Ohana? Did you, I at the very end, for some reason, I was just basically in tears. The point of the Ohana is, or the point that they found was, we can work things out, no matter what the distance is, no matter that it's been 12 years, no matter what the argument was, that love and that bond is so strong, and it resonates so strongly with me personally because of some things that I've been through. But I really, really loved the message of that, and how strong, Native culture is, and how important it is to connect to that, to be a whole person. We get caught up in these different systems and degrees and 9 to 5s, and we forget about those really true principles that really define us and define our Ohana, and make us who we are. So I really loved this. I really appreciated this film. It was fun. It was a really fun adventure for kids, even for adults. So I recommend this one. What did you guys think? Who was your favorite character, or what was your favorite part? Please leave me a comment below. Please like this video if you will, and consider subscribing for more movie and TV related content. And I'll catch you guys in my next review. Cheers. Have a great night.